We'll definitely use this. I feel like I'm back in the 1960s. It's just the worst. You're like in some little pew basement. You're like, why do I have a little pen and everything's all like old and smells musty? And it's just the weirdest. I think that we need to change the way we need to vote.
What pieces of ID do you need?
How to vote? Well, you can go on the website. I don't know what it's called. It's like the register. You can go register to vote. Make sure you are registered to vote.
You go to your polling station and then you bring ID. It has to be a government issued ID. And once you give that, you get a slip of paper and you go behind the box and check off the name that you want.
Either vote on election day, which is well publicized. I know for the federal election it's October 19th. For the municipal Whitehorse elections, it's October 15th this year.
Elections Canada, you can go online, type in your name and your address, and that should register you to vote. It seems to be pretty straightforward, but I think if you were a young person who was moving around a lot, even figuring out what your address is can be kind of confusing.
If you're not available to vote on election day, there are advance polls that you can also vote in, so it's important to find out when those are.
Voting really isn't that hard, I don't think. It's, you've got a set amount of parties in a federal or municipal election, and they've all got ideas. And I think it's really just finding someone that you sync up with, and someone that's got the same kind of ideas as you, and, getting your voice out there so that maybe they can put that change into effect that you want to see.
I'm always excited to go vote. I'm never too sure after if I've made the right choice, but I'm always excited to go.
I kind of get depressed in a way because you don't really know if your vote actually counts. You don't know if it's actually going to make a difference.
It is kind of exciting when you actually go to vote. If you've never done it before, they check you off that you're on the list and you're official. It's like you matter somehow. And you give you this piece of paper, you go into this little booth and you've got these names, and you might know who you're going to vote for, you might not, and sometimes you second guess yourself.
I feel quite satisfied when I go vote.
It's like kind of watching a sport event, except you get to participate. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think voting day. Pretty nervous. I hope people vote. Please vote. Please vote. Yeah.